Hey guys, Jessup coming back with a Devastator power leveling video. I didn't click on the Devastator. So here's how I power level Devi is I actually, this might not be a good video for this. We'll see how it all turns out, but because I even got the late start and I totally apologize. What I do is I go to level 8, so I just activated my Devastator, and what I do is I pick someone who I'm going to go with, and I really clean everything out for them, and I just try and speed up the process of Devastator, and then I pick the guy who I'm going to power up, and in this case it's going to be Long Haul, and Long Haul's going to be kind of tough, but because he's not going to have much damage. But like I said, the main thing is I'm trying to clear a path, see if he runs up, and I speed up the process. The whole thing comes down to speed. I'm trying to get 7 battles in 15 minutes. And here's how I partially do it. I want to see if I can get that to where the HQ is closer. Perfect. Let's see if I can destroy this. That's what it's going to come down to. Cool, got it. Is speed, and Devastator power leveling comes with speed and basically, and that's about it. And you hope you win. You try and get all 7 wins, and you try and get one guy. I'm in zone 8, and then I just speed through everything. And try and hurry up. Some bots are better than others to do this. As you can see, I kind of went through a battle really fast, 12 minutes, and then I just coin cooldowns, which for one bot's going to be, depending on their level, pretty low. And I only do this on double XP weekends or triple XP. Last weekend, and if you do it right, you can get about 70,000 XP per run, for a 15-minute run with Devastator. So if you have all saved up during the week times 4, you can actually get 70, 4 times. You can go 280. That's if things go perfect. I need to get up here. And, oh, wrong button. This might not work too well, but we'll see how it goes. He didn't even shoot it off, so bummer. So actually, what I'm going to do, here's little tricks with Devi, or with these runs. I'm just trying to destroy as much as possible, because you get the percentage of your experience is judged by the amount of base that you destroy. And in this case, and I keep clicking that too many times, I usually just need a straight good run for it to work. And then I just retreat as soon as all things are done. So 56%, and I'll get a little over half of what the experience was. But again, I just try and click and speed things through as fast as I can, and I'll come down to seconds left on the last battle to where I can get it. And I don't even like all these things popping up. It usually is that close. So level 8, I'm clicking on, or zone 8, and so we'll see what it is. It's going to be this experience amount down here times 7, and that's what I'm going for. So looks like roughly 11,000 something, like 11,500. So 7 times 1, 7,000. 7 times 6, 25 is going to be roughly 44. So let's get him over here and going. Let's do this one a little bit better. So right now I have 1 loss and 1 win. And let's get him going right up here, thick of it, and right over here. This is the only time I get to really use Devi So I don't use him in wars unless I'm gonna really need the points and it's a top 5 opponent. Because I much prefer him for this. There's a couple of reasons. One, I like to battle. I really like to just do my battles with my bots, and the other thing is I really like getting the experience. The triple XP weekend I was getting almost I was getting about a little over 100,000 per 15 minutes, and that was just great. And let's see, he might do it. Go straight up, perfect, even with nothing left. So that was a good one. 2 wins and 1 loss, and he'll get about 11,000 for that. I was getting about 100, about 100, a little over on some of them for some of the zones I was doing. I actually, I was getting almost 100 about 130, 140,000. So I was getting almost 600, somewhere around that XP because I was doing zone 9 with some of my bigger gunners like Brawl, and I was kind of speeding through and just doing that. So as I click through and go as fast as I can, yeah, so this one will be a little bit, we're going to get out of this one. So we'll get about, not as much, that's for sure. We'll get about 8. Oh, and I did the math last time. It was wrong. It was about 10, so about what I would expect. So I'm going to place that right there, and then that way Debbie can clear the path right here. I always deploy Devastator first. It's a little different for me doing these videos for the first time. Sorry, I'm still getting used to talking and playing and trying to explain what I'm doing. Usually I have it in dead silence. I don't play with the volume up. It's kind of odd how that just occurred. Never meant that to be, but it just started happening, and now it's odd for me to listen to volume. Love the little sounds and stuff. It's just now it's it's just not how I play. So let's speed through as much as we can, and then have a long haul back. So I'm hoping he follows the path straight up. No, don't do it, buddy. Don't come over here. They don't want you over here, and you don't. Yeah. And I'll speed through as quick as I can, and I find it's just generally faster just to keep your finger on the button, or keep that fast forward going instead of trying to switch to missiles and take it out a little tiny faster. Just go up and as much as you can have on the fast forward, and they do it with Devastator too. So if you're gonna do this, you're just definitely gonna get a ton of experience, but you're also not gonna have fun playing because you're gonna be rushing so fast. So I think we have 4 battles in. And we have 3 battles in. I think we have. That was 3rd or 4th. That might have been the 4th battle. But anyway, we're winning, and that's all we can do. I'll know how close we get on the last one. But that might have been battle number 4. So I'll have to go back and rewatch and see if I'm even going to post this one. But this is going to be... this is going to be one of my... If I can get to 7, then I'll post it. Because that's my goal, is always get 7 in, and hopefully I can get that now. Just get rid of that guy. Okay, cool. And then we'll come back over here, and we will immediately shoot him. Walk this trail right on up, and I'm not going to missile about that if I want to take some damage there, because I want him to follow this trail up to that HQ. I don't want him going down over here. try and take those out. I'm trying to clear a path for him to get to that HQ and have it closer, just like that. So if you can clear out things to where he's going to walk to the HQ as fast as you can for gunners. With warriors, I just take them straight. So the warriors, I can just zoom straight up. So it's much different power leveling a warrior than a gunner. In this case, I chose long haul today because I'd like to get I'm really, you know, to avoid cooldowns at the higher levels, I just want to get my gunners up, as many gunners as I have. So I think we're at 4 wins and 1 loss, so if I can speed through this guy right here, and it looks like I'll probably make it, then I'll have 7. And it looks like this one's going to be a really good experience one. So 7,000, 7, 8, 5. Looks like we're going to be around 13,000 if I can win this one. 13,000 XP. And this one's kind of a little bit tougher because there's going to be so much stuff to deal with down here that it's almost like I have to attack it and smash it faster. But this is a layout that's going to get me, and it's a higher XP one. So as long as I can come down here and you know, maybe kill some things, might be good, because it looks like I'm probably gonna time out more so than anything, and I'm probably not gonna beat this base, because there's simply too much stuff and it's spread out good. But so what I'm going to go for is I'm going to go for maximum damage here, and I'm going to try and destroy as much as I can as quickly as I can, and that's going to give me a percentage of the win. So if I can destroy as much as possible in this base and clear out, I'm trying to clear out one side, but it's going to be really difficult. And let's see if I can just place that right there. I'm trying to be cognizant of time. And we retreat quickly. So I'll get 62%. So I'm still going to get a pretty good amount of experience for that one. Probably, you know, roughly to the tune of about 7K, 8K. Actually, probably closer to 8K. But yeah, let's get this last one. Like I said, well, I'll be posting if I did this fast enough and I have 7 victories. So if this post is up, that means I won 7 times. I'm doing this really early in the morning, so it's 5 a.m. right now. I'm trying to get this in before I go to work. And let's see. This layout's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to obviously clear out all that middle stuff. But what I don't like about this layout is that if I don't win, and now I can relax because I know I'm out of time with Devastator after this one, so I can actually play this one a little bit better. I don't need to fast forward him. But I do want to take out that middle section right there. He's going to take a whole bunch of damage right here. If I can use this is my... So... maybe I don't even want to get close to that, so hopefully he walks around. No, right through the middle of them. Well, looks like that's not going to go too well. And then if I can, I'll actually just let him fight prime. So I don't need to fast forward this one. This is my last battle, because if you saw my Devastator thing, I only had a few minutes left. So I try and make it to where it's not going to be closer. So here we just move it, but I'm just going to speed up the process anyway. Alright, so that's how I Devastator power level, and you know, it's found out it's a fantastic way. Like I said, when I was getting almost, I was probably getting roughly 130,000. I can't remember exactly, but per ore per ore usage per activation. I have 4 of them, so yeah, you can kind of do the math. I'm getting 500 to 600K, every pop, and really, if it was maximized, yeah, it'd be closer to 600. And if you can do 5 runs with him and possibly 6 runs with him over, the given time, then that's just a ton of experience points to make up for just one bot. So happy power leveling.